Let's get back to the Trump tweet. Again, it came out about an hour ago, suggesting we delay the election. Ronna McDaniel, RNC Chair, is with us now. What's your response to this suggestion of a delay in the election?
Well, the president obviously understands that that's done by Congress constitutionally, but he's trying to highlight what many in the media are not paying attention to. We have a huge problem right now with mail-in voting across the country. Yep. In New York right now, they had a primary a month ago. We still don't have the results. We had an election in Paterson, New Jersey, where 20% of the mail-in ballots were thrown out because they were fraudulent. And you're seeing Democrats across the country, and I know this because I'm into 20 to 30 different lawsuits across the country where they are working to systematically take away safeguards to election integrity like signature verification and expand mail voting. It is a system that's being deluged with these mail ballots, but doesn't have the infrastructure on the back end to support it. We need to get this fixed, and it's going to cause problems in November if we don't pay attention now.
Ronna, what do you say to this? I guarantee problems in November. I guarantee that if things stay the same, there's no way you're getting a result on election night or even in the first week after the election. You with me on this?
I agree. What we're seeing in New York, to not have primary results a month later because of this mail-in ballot push by Democrats across this country, people want to vote in person. They want to have the surety that their ballot is being delivered safely. Absentee voting is fine, but what Democrats are doing in states like Nevada and California, they're just sending ballots out to people who've moved away to their inactive voter files. That's why the RNC is engaged in so many lawsuits. The president is very aware of this. The mainstream media is not paying attention. Look at Paterson, New Jersey. 20% of the ballots thrown out because they're fraudulent. 4 people now indicted for meddling in that election. This is frightening, and it's going to affect us in November. We are in uncertain times in this country. We need to have certainty in our elections.
Yes, we absolutely do. Ronna, stay there for a second. I want to bring in market watcher Gary Kaltbaum. What's your response to the Trump delay the election tweet?
I wish he wouldn't have done it. Obviously, the market wasn't thrilled. And look, we have a history. We had elections during the Civil War, World War II. I remember Hurricane Sandy hit the Northeast really, really bad right around the election. And we got past Al Gore versus Bush. So we're going to have the election. It's up to Congress. They're not going to change it. And I would just wish the president would leave be on something like this.
Gary, I've got to lay this on thick. There is no way you're going to get a result on election night. There is every way you're going to get endless challenges. You won't get a result for a long time. And that, to me, is election risk. Your comment?
I don't disagree. Look, with mail-in, it's going to take some time. But, you know, we're the United States, and we will adapt. And as long as it takes, they'll put the best foot forward, get the job done, and whoever wins will show it in the votes. I'm not so worried about that.
Okay, Gary, hold on a second. I'll get back to you in a moment. I want to go back to Ronna because I want to talk polls and enthusiasm for a moment. You say that enthusiasm for the president is higher now than it was in 2016. How do you know that? Do you have evidence on that?
Yes, I see it through our volunteers that we've activated already in 2016. Through the whole cycle, we had 750,000 activated. We're close to 2 million already. I see it with our voter registration, where in battleground states, we're outpacing Democrats. I see it with small dollar donations, where we're outpacing anything we ever did in 2016. So I see it on the ground. I also see it as I'm traveling the country. I'm actually still on airplanes. I'm still all over the country. And the enthusiasm is so high for this president. I don't see that for Joe Biden as he's hiding in his basement. I think he has a real enthusiasm issue. Nobody is behind his candidacy, and certainly he's not campaigning to win votes. He's just hiding and hoping he can coast.
Okay, Ronna McDaniel, RNC Chair, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you again real soon.